episode. So today I'm just going to go through the basics of Bollinger Bands. Now, this is just an indicator that you can use to help make your trading decisions, and I think it's useful. And I've made my mouse bigger today so that you can see more precisely what I'm actually pointing to when I'm demonstrating. So we'll start with a quick definition from Investopedia. So, a Bollinger Band is a technical analysis tool defined by a set of trend lines plotted two standard deviations. Now, it doesn't always have to be two standard deviations, but in this definition, it's saying that positively or negatively away from a simple moving average or a security's price, but which can be adjusted to user preferences. So, I'll go through that. Um, Bollinger Bands were developed and copyrighted by it's called John Bollinger, who is a famous trader and he came up with the whole thing. So that's basically it really. So we'll go to the trading 212. So if you're using this platform, you can just add it from here. And yep. So most popular, you have your Bollinger Bands here. And you click it, and then you can choose. So this where it says period here will be a 20-day moving average with two standard deviations away from the mean, and I'll explain all of this for you now. So I'll just press confirm. So as you can see here, you have your Bollinger Bands. Now, the yellow line that you can see in the middle is the 20-day moving average. The purple line is the 20-day moving average two standard deviations away above, and the blue basically curve is the 20-day moving average two standard deviations below. And so basically what all of this means, so first of all, when it's wider, as you can see in some areas it's wider, this means there's more volatility, and when the Bollinger Bands are closer together, this means less volatility. Now when it's two standard deviations away, essentially what this means is that in between the purple and blue line, this area here inside, the price will remain in 95% of the time. Now, if you was to change it, so I'll change it now, and Bollinger Bands, and I decided to make it three standard deviations, confirm. Right, I need to get rid of the previous one here, and I had a feeling this would happen. Right, I'm going to pause it and figure out how to sort that. Are we running? Yes, we're running. Right, so the way you do this to remove it is you just press Manage Objects, and then you go to Indicators, and you would remove the one with the two standard deviations. So now this one is three standard deviations. So what this means now is that the price will fluctuate in between these support and resistances 95% of the time. So only 1% of the time it will exit. Now this can create stronger trading signals, and there's two standard deviations will provide more trading signals, but a lot of it will be just noise. So you will get more accurate signals less of the time with the three standard deviations. And then if you was, for example, wanting to just do it with one standard deviation, let's add another indicator. My phone's going crazy here, vibrating. Bollinger Bands. So we do it with one standard deviation, and you'll see that it comes out of the range a lot more, and it's a lot less useful when it's one standard deviation away. So let's see. So here you can see. So you'll get more signals, but a lot of it is just noise. Now I'll briefly talk about some strategy as well, because obviously you want to be able to apply the knowledge. So let me just remove this one, and I'm going to put back in the Bollinger Band that was three standard deviations away. Confirm. So with my view on it is Like I would probably mainly use Bollinger Bands when the market is moving sideways. So, for example, in this scenario here, the market is moving upwards, whereas as you can see in this scenario here, the market is moving sideways. So obviously you can either wait till the market touches the um, lower Bollinger Band. So for example here, you could have, I mean it doesn't necessarily touch it there, but it has gone below the middle 20-day moving average. So you could say, okay, it's gone um, significantly lower than the 20-day moving average. You could use that as a buy signal, and then you can buy it, and then as it trends upwards, you can see, okay, it broke through the resistance here, and you would have used that as a sell signal, and then you could have also have used that as a short sell signal here, and then shorted it, and then as it passed down below the middle 20-day moving average, you've seen that as a sell signal. And yeah, and so that's the way I would do it. And you can use it for upwards trends as well. I've noticed that when the market is trending upwards, it normally kind of follows the upper 20-day moving average quite accurately along the line. So this could be used as a as a trend line. Um, and that's about it really. Quite simple Bollinger Bands. There's loads of different strategies that you can bring into this, but you can do some further research, and hopefully this has been a nice introduction to this indicator for you. Thank you.